You know, when I made that joke about the game show, How bad is it? How bad is it? What happened? Okay, I learned one important lesson today. When I did the YouTube series alone, I had to deal with OBS recording. But today I learned that the frame rate here in the Unity game is a little bit worse when streaming. And yes, I'm pointing fingers at the game, but before I check chat, we can laugh about it in a second. Let me rant. Okay, I need this right now. So, this game has a feature which we have seen in quite a lot of detail so far, which, where's sand? I want a contrast to the stone since it's night. Which is snapping. Okay? So it's perfectly together. You would expect that, okay, if I don't snap the stone, I can just put it together like that. And while here with the stone pieces, yes, it is somewhat true that you can put it just like it's snapped. If you have a construction with multiple pieces, for example, here's... do we have more stone around? Like, here's a corner. We've got 2 walls and 1 floor, if you will. And now... give me the tungsten. There you are. And if we want to put the tungsten perfectly in the corner, here it might work. You can already see it struggling a little bit, a tiny amount to really get into the corner, but it works for the small pieces here. Now, this is a microcosmos of the whole game. And wow, they improved it quite well. Like, Unity has a problem with phantom borders. Sometimes you can push things together and they have a gap like this. A very obvious gap in between the materials, and you're just pushing them together as much as you can. So from your feeling how you hold the material... from the way you hold the materials, it's kind of like this, although there already is a small gap. Interesting. It looked way better in the corner. And depending on a few things about this game, this gap can be even bigger. Like, you have it this big, and you press them together as much as you can. And sometimes it can snap. Like, sometimes when the material's thin enough, which wouldn't be these stones as they're quite chunky, but let's say something like this. And the game calculates, where's the tungsten? You press them against each other, and suddenly the tungsten is here. This can cause problems, but now, if you have not a chunky piece of tungsten, but like another thin piece, and they are stuck inside of each other like this, they try to correct because they're not supposed to be in each other, so they will catapult each other away, which wouldn't be a problem, but the force at which they catapult each other is the same force they collide with each other. And you have seen in this game what a collision will do to a material. So if they collide too hard, they cut. And here's another thing about this game. If something cuts, if you put something together and cut one piece of it, all of it will fall apart. I mean, I could demonstrate it quickly since we have no real need, or at least a blueprint of this. That piece over there is not connected to any of these small pieces anymore, although it was not the one I had in hand. It doesn't matter. If it's cut, it will disconnect from everything connected to it. And that's exactly the few things that happened over here, in case you were wondering. The piece I was holding below the bridge No, wait, we were doing an on top thing. The one piece I held on top was colliding with the one I had sideways. And at some point, the phantom forces interacted so much that the big piece just jutted it in some way, I don't even know which, and just cut everything with its force. So that's a quick explanation and some ranting on my part. Ooh, apples, yum yum. Just like my mental health. It's a cool metaphor. If you push too much at some point, things are about to break, thanks to phantom forces. Okay, maybe not the last part, but yeah, it's a cool metaphor. Okay, in lieu of this being actually a stream from now on, we will have to do things a different way. Which means the bridge project will be on pause for a moment. We will just go the long way. This was more... Luckily, this was more miscellaneous than anything. If you want to see me struggle for real, and you have some fun with accidental explosions and the likes, oh my, may I point you to the part in the series when I decided on doing a cart, a transport cargo cart. My man, everyone struggled with me, I think. Oh, that was the worst of it. That's why I decided in these live streams, I will not do a hand cart. Nope. I learned from my mistake. Mostly, as you can see, I've grown up. No cart anymore. What we will do instead is a whole as car. Not to drag with my own hands. No, with motors and such. Electrical. Because electrical motors do have the strength I do not possess. And therefore, they will be perfect for that project. And before we start with something big like a bridge, who thinks it's a good idea to start with a few tools first? And no, I don't mean the X and the sad excuse for a ladder we had so far. No. How about we start with a small workshop? Okay? With that workshop, we will have the precision and the means to create bigger things. So instead of going for big projects immediately, we will start off small and go from there. To be honest, I didn't think the bridge would be a big project, but my eggs! No, the one thing I told at the start to not put it into water. And where is it now? But wait, the X was laying on top of here. To be down there, something must have... But I was over there. How the hell... What? How? I don't know. Not all sensors are made for cats. Oh, yeah. Oh, that will be... I didn't even think about that. At some point, I need a Centaur OC. Or at least a T-time Centaur form. I mean, it's the end goal. It's technically not really an end to the streams I want, but it's like one of the last things I really, really hardly want to implement. Not hardly. Hardly would be quite the opposite. Aggressively. I'm needy. I have urges. One of the urges is to have my centaur form. Big, muscular, equine. To cart things around. Fuck yeah. Alright, that's all the wood pieces. We didn't really build much. I'm gonna keep this around. I don't know what we do with this. Maybe we find another slime who's funky. We can We can just push the little fella off the edge for funsies, but for now, let's leave it as it is. I'm gonna find another idea how to build bridges. So that means we have two challenges in general. The first challenge is to build outwards without support, which means we need a system where we can have modular support. Modular because the first way I wanted to do it with these columns in the water didn't really work out because the water down here is quite uneven, as you can tell. If we have a column over here and one down there, it wouldn't really do much for us. So I want to see what I can do with modular columns or any other way to support the bridge. Maybe work with angles and such. This would be a cool harbor. I mean, we can't really do a sailboat, but something small that can float underneath the bridge would be cute. Or maybe it's good that the bridge... Maybe it's good that the bridge didn't work out, because we could have like an arc, like going up, and then something that... we need a bigger port for that. Now, what if we do that arc over here instead? So that would be like our port, where we can have the ship being. And I don't know, from over here? Where is it even? Where does the evenness start? The evenness is around here or one lower here. And just make it from here over there. And like an arc. I mean, we can be down here as well, but then we need like a wooden ramp up. Maybe. Ah, would be pretty. I think if we have like not really a lighthouse. I would be happy to build a lighthouse, not gonna lie. But I have the feeling that it will be a little bit too chunky for the game. Aircraft I think I just came. I didn't say that. You just imagined. No. Okay, who wants a spoiler? I just want to show off the possibility. Since my building skills I can't really show off because I'm shit today. I swear, I build better things. I have a whole series to showcase you that in theory I can build. Okay, maybe today I went the wrong way with it, but I can, I promise. But to spoiler you a little bit, see these islands? We had this in a previous stream, so it's technically not a spoiler who was there. These floating islands over here, they each have one resource on them, which you can find nowhere else. And that is a rocket booster. And not just rocket boosters are in this world, you can also do propellers. Remember when I told you that you can have a sailboat because we have wind in this world? Well, that doesn't just work for sails where you can move horizontally. No. You can rotate them and go vertically as well. Ah, that's fun. Ah, the building is out. We're Android now. Hold some stuff in my center for a minute. Oh, imagine this game in multiplayer. Imagine. It's not really meant for multiplayer, and also, if you think multiplayer for this game will be a cool idea, it is, but the problem is... What time is it? I have an idea. Oh boy, do I have an idea. Cut. Okay, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. A fortress would be cool, and the whole idea I had at the start of the stream is cool, like having a factory over there or a port and having that as our resource center. Everything cool. Okay, I get that. But what if we just scrap that? And unlike the first series where we settled down with a few land points, instead we will be in a mobile home. that. We have the whole ocean over there. This is multiplayer chaos. Yes, but also think about the buildings you can do. Like, that would be so great. And build W2 planes. Yeah! Okay, this game has a Discord who's seriously into the idea of getting this game. We're playing Raft suddenly. Oh, I love Raft. Oh, if you've seen the wood that was floating in the water? If that will be a gameplay style in this world, I would always immediately settle for a boat first and then like go across the water with like this, and everything we scrape up, I will just add to the boat. That will be a fun experience, but no, we will have to make stops to add to the boat. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna boat. Fuck everything else. I'm gonna boat. The way I'm gonna boat, we want a big boat, right? Now, serious questions. Has any one of you experienced with physics? Oh, I just demolished my axe. But, wait a second. That doesn't matter. Give me one of these. We have other pieces of iron. Sadly, we cannot really make use of iron, as it will just turn into hematite in the water, so having it on the boat is quite freaky. But here we have a few other pieces. Hammock. From X to hammock. Love it. Okay. So, my question is, in terms of weight versus buoyancy, okay, a wooden log, as you've seen before, is quite buoyant. But is this one of the trees we planted? Wait, which trees did I plant? I planted this one and this one, if I remember right. But this one here has nothing, so it's free to fell. In a second, I just want the tree. There we go. No. Aw, dang it. Okay, not a problem. Rafty the boat. Rafty. We giving the boat a name? That looks like a hammer. A hammer? A hammer? That must be one twink of a hammer. I mean, okay. I get what you mean, but no. Okay, we cannot move the whole thing. But I have an idea. How much? That's funny. We do not have a way to charge them just yet. We can improve on the boat later. And with improve, I mean making it more frame friendly. For now though, let's ignore the frames. We're turning this into 3 pieces. Which I should be able to carry, each on their own. 4 pieces, it seems. Which I can hopefully carry. One twink of a hammer is not something I expected to hear today. Do you go into my streams with expectations of what you will hear? Didn't I... what's the word? Surprise. No. Disappoint. Didn't I disappoint you enough so far? Okay. Let's ignore that. It's night. It's night time. For the videos, I always put up the brightness on nighttime. Now that we talk about nighttime, can you guys give me a quick mention on how bad it actually is? As I personally can see quite well. How is it for you? If Fluffy is around. Yeah, if anything, Herobrine comes. No, he was not modded out. He was put out of the game. The last patch notes tell us much. We're safe. We're safe. I don't know what's in the water though. Maybe we're not as safe as you'd like us to be. Do I need to make a warning about thalassophobia? Because we will be a little bit in the water later on, and we can go quite deep in the water. I can tell you right now, the water is usually rather shallow. Like, that's, for what I know, the deepest it will get outside of the main screen, if you want to bug the game. And there are no creatures in this game that are water-based. All the creatures are land-based, and everything that hits the water is instantly harmless. Slimes cannot move anymore, which we will make use of later in the series to capture ourselves one of the most dangerous slimes. And drones, they just die. They straight up, they're too much gamer for the sea. Can we be flip? Hallie, that's... I have to go. Oh, Roback! Coming in, making me well with the whole aircraft carrier idea, and then just leaving. That man never disappoints. Love it. Have a good time. You have thalassophobia. Okay, how bad? How bad? Because I don't have it. That's why I need people like you who can tell me just how far we can get. Because I had to save myself as well, because I am planning for the far future, a Minecraft series on VR. And I was thinking about mods to add to that. And one of the mods I was thinking about was like spiders that crawl across the wall. And then I thought, wait. We had this with EDF before and other games as well. There are some arachnophobic players here. While I personally think the spiders would be fucking cool to have. What would the people think? And so I came off of that thought. Philia! Oh, I didn't see that eye over there. I wish my hand would be over the overlay, but GG. It's like dyslexia pop. Hey, my mind is on building. Don't you shame me. Don't you shame me. I know that I'm not the brightest bulb in the basement. But I have my pride too, you know. I got my fanboy pride right here. It's not June anymore, but Okay, you're staying? You're staying. Good luck. To cut it up just to piece it back together. What is a Sephorian day? Now then, you go back to the water, and now I have a tune in my ear, and I cannot get rid of it. So... Boy, okay, something inside of me really wants to have that like background music, but I think the Epic soundtrack is copyrighted. But for our... For our Odyssean adventure here? That would be sick. Okay, one is in. Another one to go. Are you alive? Aww. Can you hop on the stone? Ah. Bum. That's the one we want to keep, but we can just grow ourselves another one. So. Wait. Okay. You're gonna get them when they're young, and one starts out right here, and not too far. Was that the music? Did you hear that? It sounded like something was coming from over there. Okay, we want to grow that. Let's hope this one is growing properly. So it won't be the same length as the other one, but they will be the same in diameter. So if you have OCD, the first raft we will build will not be perfect, but it will bring us across the water. And that's the most I want for now. And the first we have will be a sailboat. And I know exactly how we will build it, and I hope I can do it today. We have plenty of time for that. One brain cell off? What's the tune? The tune playing or the tune I want to play? Ah, the tune I had in ear. Yeah, Get in the Water. It's one of the epic pieces. I cannot sing it because I don't know the text. And my mind is not made for melody, so you will have to look it up yourself. But since they put the fucking epic soundtrack into my ear, it just doesn't want to vanish. Fuck you, Stardust. Fuck you, Ella. I love you too. I love you dearly, but man. Okie dokie. What we do while our tree is loading, we can't go too far out because, well, we need to be in the range of the tree for it to properly grow. We won't have any firestone on our wooden raft. By the way, the raft... Can you not? The raft will only be of wood at the start. Its base might stay wooden, because I don't know many materials who are buoyant. We do have rubber. We do have... Oh wait, rubber would be great. We do have rubber. We do have light plastic. But wood is just the best in my opinion. Unless we really have rubber production going. But I didn't see any single rubber tree around here. And I would rather have a rubber tree close to a sulfur outpost for that. Once we find that, we might be able to have a proper rubber boat. And everything else that can be made of rubber. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to work with rubber too much because I'm scared. As rubber can easily just cause a lot of havoc. And yes, I'm talking from experience. YouTube serious experience. Is the stone too big? You're up here, right? Yo. Ah, there we go. Now, we need to keep one of them for the... Oopsie! Sorry about that. We need to keep one of them for the sails, but we have so many by now that... Honestly, I don't care. This one would be fine. I'm gonna get rid of them after I created the sails. Now then, are you growing? You are growing. Perfect. Perfect. Cute. The only brain cell and bro left? No, he just came in, took our only brain cell and went away? How dare he? I needed that one. Oh, he raised. He came in with one. Okay, that is fair. Then it's fair. Then it's absolutely fair. Wait, that's Niter? Why do we have Niter here? Excuse me? I have no sulfur with me, but I'm gonna keep this. That's mine now. How many brain cells do you think Fluffy has? He must have all of the collected brain cells of this here. After all, he's intelligent enough to hold back. To not say stupid stuff like the other person on stream. That dog knows what's up. Wow, why do we have so much tungsten in here? By the way, there's a reason that we're not processing the tungsten right now, because you will need some good heat for that, which we do not possess at the moment. Also, YouTube. I know what I said when I started the series, but I have made decisions. We will cheat. I say this right now. We will make use of what the game gives us, and I do not highly appreciate the energy system in this game, so we will make use of an infinite electric generator. I know, shame on me. I know. But after all of the escapades, I want some cool machines and stuff, and I don't want to be limited by 50,000 solar panels. We can try to build some good generators. Like, what the fuck? Okay, first of all, leave me alone. Aww, wants the apples. It got the apple! Oh, it's cute. Okay, that's a chunky boy. That's some hematite. You won't need to cut that up because heating that up would take eternity to get to 600. Also, I just now saw. This is adorable. And this reminds me, we could make... if we would stay here, we could abuse this. Here's a secret I tell you. We had some acorns from the big tree, remember? But we had the problem that we can't get the acorns from the big tree. But if I put one of these acorns to the ground, they will grow into a perfect duplicate of this tree. So that's not really enough wood, is it now? Not really, nah. But if we make a blueprint of one of the acorns of the big tree, and then we just have these ones lying around, maybe not directly in the ground, so they don't grow into a tree, but loosely somewhere else, like on top of here or somewhere, and turn them into the seeds we copied from the big tree. That means we suddenly have seeds for a big tree, which means we can easily grab but still get a humongous amount of wood. That would be cool. Also, game. Please, I beg of you. Down on my knees, actually. Game. At some point, please, I want a planter. I want a dirt block. Now, a dirt block, just having laying on the dirt, doesn't make much sense. Maybe if you penetrate the ground enough, or, I don't know, a shovel would be cool, but then you have to implement, like, a system to deal with the ground. I don't know how to do it, given. I can't give a full suggestion here, but a dirt block on a moving contraption like a raft, where you can just, like in the original raft, build your own tree. That would only really work for the smallies here. Because if you want a resource tree like that, now imagine this thing falling over, not on the ground, because the ground cannot collide with anything. If I throw this stone here against the ground, perfect, nothing. If I throw this stone here against the tree, well, it's not strong enough to do anything to the tree, but you see that there is a collision interaction, thanks to the numbers. If this thing falls onto a raft, do I have to explain? You can imagine what type of sadness that will entail. Oh, and you're cute. Yeah. Yeah, we won't do that. Now, that tree must be ready and ripe. So, where did I put my eggs? It must be around here where we cut off the other tray. There it is. Ah, sorry, not the eggs, not the Matec, the twink hammer. My mistake. Fluffy coats are bad. No, behave. Nuh-uh. Also, how the fuck do you imagine a dog? No, you're falling the wrong way. How the hell do you imagine a dog to be a cult leader? How would that work?
Ro picked the axe up by the blade.
Yeah. Oh, funny thing, actually. We have to watch out. I really stopped making tables out of iron because you can actually... Okay, that's... Ow! You can actually cut yourself. Yeah, maybe not with the hands. The hands are fine. The hands don't exist, but your main body, we have like a cylindrical body and it can't go further than that. So when you see the X stopping, that's where my body begins. Funky. Yeah, so... Huh. A cute little doggy coat. That is actually cute. Oh, damn you. No, coats are bad. Stop it. But that would look adorable. That's how it starts. It always starts with a joke. Okay. So, we can roleplay as a cult, but we never be a cult. So. Turtle, showcase your talent. For Fluffy. Huh? Huh? Why you sent Dylan, huh? Why you not doing it yourself? That is peak cult behavior. Always send someone else in. Not doing it yourself. Who do you think you are? Commanding around my chat in my house. Hello? Hello? Can you align? Hello? Thank you. Oh, shoot. No, no, not like that. Not like that. And now, kiss. No, no, not like that. Not like that. Nope. No, not like that. Yeah, perfect. And I just got... Okay, we're gonna have to do it deep in the water.